Your goal today is to explain causes and effects of the Silk Road trade routes. Yesterday we had the same learning target, but we were thinking about the Roman Empire. So more specifically today, I would like to show you how to take notes in a cause and effect chain to help you understand or even write about a historical event. So to review, we're starting Unit 5 about travelers in the Middle Ages, and some of our essential questions for this unit are, why did people, goods, and ideas travel from one place to another? And how have travelers shaped our world? So let's keep these questions in mind. As you're building a cause and effect chain of events, you might realize, if we go back for a moment, that the question about why people, goods, and ideas travel is a question about causes. What causes people to move from one place to another? The second question about how travelers have shaped our world is a question about effects. What effect does that have on the world? So again, think of the visual of a set of dominoes. And a cause leads to an effect of the domino falling over, which then leads to another cause, which becomes an effect for the next cause. So we're going to keep thinking about this as a chain of events. My example for you yesterday was about factors that led me to be tardy to class. So I have a list of causes, which led to an effect, which led to another effect. And you'll notice I have a couple chains of events happening here. And there's also some crossover. So as you're thinking critically about causes and effects, you might realize that one cause could lead to two different effects. So there might be some crossover. For example, right here, when I thought about why do I have a stomach ache, it could be because of what I ate for lunch, but it also could have been because of what happened with my best friend. And so I have two arrows going towards this cause. So today in your notebook, I want you to use a cause and effect organizer similar to this one. So you're going to be drawing this into your notebook yourself. Rather than using sticky notes today, you're drawing the boxes. So it's up to you if you would like to draw them vertically or horizontally, whatever works best for you. I'm drawing the boxes vertically because I think that fits better in my notebook, but also leave some space over to the side. So I've got some bullet points here. If I write my sentence about a cause and I find that I have some extra information, or I have a quote that I really want to remember, I might jot that over to the side in my notes. So I want to show you one more example before you get started. And I'm going to use two of the documents from the collapse of the Roman Empire, sources that we explored yesterday. So document 3 was about economic and social issues. I'm going to read this for you. Political instability contributed to other problems. To finance Rome's huge armies, its citizens had to pay heavy taxes. These taxes hurt the economy and drove many people into poverty. Trade also suffered. Across the empire, the spirit of citizenship declined. Okay, so as I was reading, I was thinking in my head that the cause, it seems like the cause for some of these other problems was citizens paying heavy taxes. So I'm going to compare this to my other source, and I'll come back to that idea. Document 4 is about weakening frontiers, and it says, the huge size of the empire made it hard to defend. By the 300s, Germanic tribes were pressing hard on the western borders of the empire. Many of these people settled inside the empire and were recruited into the army, but these soldiers had little loyalty to Rome. Okay, so that paragraph gave me some different ideas about causes. So as I start filling in my cause and effect chain of events in my notebook, at first I was thinking that this may have been a cause, but now I'm thinking that actually there were some reasons that Roman citizens needed to pay higher taxes. So I'm going to put that to the side, and I'm going to come back to that idea. And I'm thinking that overall, comparing these two sources, it seems like the first cause was that the Roman Empire got too big to defend itself. That was really the first event that set off some of these other events. And so I'm thinking this led to the effect that money and soldiers were in high demand. The empire needed money, and it also needed people to be in the army. Okay, so this is becoming a cause then for why Roman citizens had to pay higher taxes. Okay, I'm going to pause here because I'm realizing that I talked about money and soldiers being in high demand. So money, the effect of the cause of needing money led to the effect of Roman citizens paying higher taxes. But I'm realizing that I may need to add a box. So I'm actually going to draw another box over here. And I'm thinking that this cause here, needing soldiers, led to another effect, which was that members of invading tribes were recruited into the Roman army. And I'm drawing my arrow to connect these ideas. So I could go on, then I have two different chains of events happening now, starting right here. So I have this chain of events uh, uh, focused on money, the category of money or taxes. And I've got another chain of events started that's focused on the members of invading tribes who were recruited. And then I could continue here talking about why those soldiers were not loyal to Rome. All right. So after you take your notes in your notebook today, you have a post to write on the Schoology discussion. And as you're writing, I want to encourage you to use cause and effect language. So thinking about why did it happen, which was the first event, um, to explain cause. And these are some of the sentence starters or transition words that you might use. Due to the fact that, let me look back for a moment, due to the fact that money and soldiers were in high demand, Roman citizens had to pay higher taxes. Here's some of the language and sentence starters that you could use to talk about effects. Okay, so go ahead and get started.